Well, it has arrived. Today is day 30. I am Fred Ferguson. This is fredferguson.com. And I got a list of things I want to talk about. This 30-day challenge thing was awesome. It was the best thing I could have done. I just wrote down a list of 10 things. There's more. There's a lot more. But I wrote down 10. But anyway, before I go into that, I want to show you what happened as far as the numbers goes. This is the 30th video going out today. So technically 29 videos, 29 days worth of effort has given 1,172 sessions, 447 users, 3,381 page views. The bounce rate is at 58.11%. I've never had a bounce rate that low when I was in real estate. The organic search started at 2. I'll be honest with you, I do not have a clue what this means. But anyway, it's gone from 2 to 17, and I'm assuming that's a good thing. Because I don't know if it is or isn't. Pages per session, almost 3 pages, 2.88 pages. So that means somebody's coming to the site, and they're not just coming for what they come for. They're coming and checking out some other stuff. Time on the page is 3 minutes 27 on average, and page load speed is rocket fast, and session duration 6 minutes 31. I don't recall ever having anybody stick around any of my websites in the past for that much time. So to that end, I can tell you that this video thing has been a massive success. So that's what happened with this website. It went from like zip. It went from 0 to hero. Okay. And now here's the next thing that happened. In addition to doing videos for the challenge, for the webcam thing, I built a fan page. Excuse me. I did a fan page, and that fan page statistics are as follows. I guess the post reach wasn't as high as it is now, because the green arrow means we're doing better. We've got a post reach of 1,258 people. And what else did I want to bring up about this thing? And organically, I'm not pestering people. Organically, we've got 64 page likes. Now, in addition to putting a presence on Facebook in the fan page, I also decided I wanted an inner circle. I wanted a closed group, and that closed group today hit 50. So I'm not only celebrating, the great things about what the challenge has done for me, and the fact that I'm done with the challenge and working on and kicking off new projects. I hit 50. There it is right there. 50 members, 9 new ones. Actually, 2 came in today to make it 50 just before I started the video. So that was just awesome. That made my day. In addition to that, I have purchased fredsinnercircle.com. It's just a Hello World blog right now. I think I'm going to probably put membership stuff in here. It's probably just going to have a gateway on the front. And so it's not going to be for people to browse. It's going to be like I have Inner Circle on Facebook. I'm going to have Inner Circle on the web. So I'm just excited about it. All right. I don't know why. I'm just excited about it. Now I'm going to do my little 10 rundown, 10 things. So I covered the Fred Ferguson fan page with 64 likes. I covered the Inner Circle was built in this 30 days, and I have 50 members effective today. I've covered that I've registered the Fred Ferguson, or the fredsinnercircle.com. Here's the other thing that I didn't cover. I have three product ideas that I'm working on from what I learned in the last 30 days. 3 products that will be coming out by me. I have 1 joint venture that I'm working on right now with another member of Society 11. I keep mentioning Society 11. I'm going to do some things about that so that any of you that see this video and don't know what Society 11 is, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of the thing so you can go check it out. I actually done a great big to-do blog posts and things like that on Society 11. I love it. Anybody who is remotely interested in doing marketing should be a member of it. It's a paid group, but I show people, anybody who joins through my link, I show them how to make it so that they're not paying anything for that. So that's link at the bottom if you're interested in Society 11. I have a meeting on Sunday. And I also have an online office now that I didn't have before. And I'm having a meeting with a fellow from England on Sunday about a potential joint venture that he and I will do down the road. And I have I'm forming a mastermind for offline consulting for anybody who's interested in doing offline consulting like I am. I'm going to form a group. I've got already 3 for that. But that's going to turn into a thing that's going to be like the inner circle. And number 9 is I'm filled up with ideas. Like I've got no room right now. I'm just writing stuff down like this. I'm writing it down. And you know, the last thing I want to tell you, and then I'm going to shut up. That's a lie. I'm going to promote myself after this. The last thing is I am super confident. I now know without a doubt you don't need all kinds of trippy software. You don't need all kinds of stuff. What you need is an interest in creating content with a webcam. And if you're like most people, you're afraid to do that. I was terrified of it. And I have a solution for that. It's a boot camp. It's a free boot camp. The info on that's going to be at the bottom as well. So I didn't really mention that one, but that came out of this 30-day challenge is my webcam boot camp workshop. And yeah, I never had so much stuff happen in such a short period of time. So I can tell you with absolute certainty, you don't really have to know anything. I was getting prepared, to get ready, to get started, and nothing was happening. And when I decided I would do one thing, just one thing, I would make videos if no one even looked at them but me, until I could look that thing in the eye and not be afraid of it. Once that happened, everything else went crazy. I have awesome friendships. I have people who listen to what I've got to say and think it's worth their time. They're sticking around and watching to the end of these long videos. It feels like coming home. When you meet the people that you're supposed to be around, you're like home. It's really cool. It's emotional. It's powerful. It's as good as money. It's as good as money. I said I made the graphic for, I don't know if I can show that or not. There we go. I use a program called Logo Creator. I'll probably start marketing that software because of how much fun it's been. But I said, and I'll just move myself out of the corner here for a second, and I'll put me on top of my boy Cody. I said, this is the most fun I've had with my clothes on in a long time. And that's a fact. This project has been, I didn't think when I started, I couldn't imagine what the hell I would talk about for like 2 minutes, because my first video, I had this notion because I did some research that Wistia said, you better make a video at around 2 minutes, and then you start losing people between 2 and 3, and then they had all these different numbers, and I thought, well, I better stay within that 2-minute thing, and most of my first video was watching the timer. Anyway, I won't go over that. If you're interested to watch how this webcam challenge got started, they're all here. You can go back to day 1 and follow it through and see what the progression was. But I can tell you with certainty, I don't run from a script. And I think for people like me, it's pretty important to not run from a script. I don't know how come some people are so good at reading lines. For some reason, I just have a real big problem with reading lines. So if I know what I'm going to cover, I'll probably learn that. To be honest, I didn't think I could do the webcam thing. So I think it's just another one of those things. Okay, that goes on the to-do list. And when, once I learn how to use Camtasia, and once I learn how to do these different things, well then, my big thing right now is Facebook. I want to become a master of this. Facebook marketing, Facebook lives, all that. I mean, there's just so much. And then these other things. And then what I learn, I'm going to teach other people, because it's so empowering to know this stuff. It just makes you feel like a rock star. It's the most fun that you can have with your clothes on. There's no other way I can put this. So I really thank you guys that came along, and gals, all the way along from the beginning. And I thank you if you just arrived today. And in fact, if you're looking at this a year after it finished, I'm thanking you that you dropped on here, because you're why this is. My why for doing it was my family. I wanted to be self-employed. I wanted to be able to work from the computer and the internet. I wanted to take care of my 2 dogs. I've got grandkids, all kinds of my whys. There was lots of whys, but the number one was I wanted to be able to put myself into a situation where people could buy things that I have created while I'm not working. So if I got laid up, if I got sick, if I had a holiday and me and the wife and the dogs took off and went somewhere, that the money wouldn't stop. I wanted to stop trading time for money. So I retired from real estate. Real estate is a business. A lot of people think they know what's going on. They know nothing about what's going on inside real estate. They just think they do. That's just a topic that I'm sore on, so I won't go any further on it. But I can tell you this. Nobody knows your business when you're working online. Nobody thinks they know what you're making online. Nobody thinks anything about anything. You either have a problem solution for them. They have the problem. They already have the problem. So you either have a solution for them that they're willing to pay you for, or they'll judge that you don't have a solution they're willing to pay for. But they're not worried about how much money you're making and all that kind of stuff, like what I felt I was under the gun in real estate. And the bottom line is, the way that people feel most comfortable doing business with you is eyeball to eyeball. And when you're trading your time for money and you're working in a store and all of this, that's one way of doing it. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do anything that I had to wear pants if I didn't want to. And I don't mean that I'd be naked. I mean, I don't want to do anything that I have to be dressed up for. I don't want to kiss people's asses to do business with me. I don't want to pretend I'm somebody I'm not in order for them to do business with me, sign contracts with me. I want to be authentic. I want to be who I am. I want to be accepted for that. For the people who don't like it, I want them to leave. Plain and simple. If you don't like me, leave. It's good for you. It's good for me. The people who are left, come on in. We're going to have a party. So thank you so much for coming along. This is a 14-minute video. I want to shut it down before we hit the 15. The 30-day challenge is over, and the new stuff is going to begin in about 2 days. I'm taking 2 days off, and then I'm going back to work. This has been awesome. Thanks so much for coming along on this ride with me. It's Fred Ferguson from fredferguson.com signing out. Off. Stopping the video.